Hey there, everyone. It is the Friday afternoon edition of Weather for Weather Geeks here on April the 24th. Boy, it's nice to see the sun today. Even though it's chilly, it matters when the sun is out, especially at this time of the year. The sun angle is getting higher and higher, of course, as we get deeper into spring. The sun's strength right now very similar to early August or mid-August in terms of the overall strength or altitude in the sky of the sun. Higher it is, the stronger it is, so it makes a difference. It's only 48 here at 2:11 p.m. at the Youngstown Warren Airport, but it feels warmer unless you find yourself stuck maybe between buildings or somewhere where the air can funnel, because the breeze is noticeable today. Right now up at the airport, the wind gusting to 25 knots, close to 30 miles per hour. So it's a noticeable breeze, but again, the sun is shining. Active afternoon down here in parts of the deep south where severe weather is a possibility, even a likelihood. Here's the Storm Prediction Center outlooks for today. This kind of peach color here, the two separate areas. Enhanced risk of severe weather. Down there we already have a tornado warning with this cell down just north of Lake Charles, Louisiana. Rotation doesn't look as tight as it did about 5 or 10 minutes ago, but certainly a lot of hail with this. Check out the hail size over here on the right-hand side of your screen. We're talking, radar estimated hail size of 2.5, 3 inches. That's gargantuan hail with that storm down in Louisiana. That's not what I wanted. Let's head back, of course, closer to home here. Take a look at temperatures throughout the region. Well, it could be worse. They're still stuck in the 30s up in Rochester and Syracuse and Buffalo, Finger Lakes, Binghamton, New York, only 33 at this hour. So we'll take the upper 40s. It's pushing 60 down in Cincinnati. All right, we want to help you plan your weekend, of course. Tonight's going to be a clear night. Look for some posts from me later on this afternoon, early this evening, about what you can see in the sky this evening. We'll have the moon up there. You can see Venus. And not a great pass of the International Space Station. It'll be kind of low in the sky, but you'll be able to see it. It's our last chance to see the space station up in the sky for at least 10 days or so. So if you happen to be out and about this evening around, I think the space station passes about 8:47 p.m. Again, look for posts from me on that subject on Facebook and Twitter a little bit later. All right, that's this evening. Clouds will slowly increase later on tonight, but just thin clouds around, so it's still going to get cold tonight. Take a look at our temperatures by the middle of the night tonight. We're talking getting down to maybe 29, 30, and some of the cold spots can be as low as 26, 27, I suspect. If we didn't have those thin, high clouds coming in with a warm front, it would probably be even colder. So temperatures tonight fairly similar to last night. Same neighborhood we were in. Last night the official low at the Youngstown Warren Airport was 27, record low 26, so we just missed the record. We do have some rain coming our way tomorrow, and this has been a kind of a tough forecast all week. The models have been waffling back and forth. Here's the setup tomorrow morning. Low pressure over Kansas City. Here's our warm front in through here and some showers associated with that. As all of this lifts north and east, here's midday on Saturday. If you want to get outside tomorrow, you're just fine through at least early afternoons. If you want to play some golf or do anything outdoors tomorrow, a little bit on the cool side, of course, but a lot of people out and about on weekends at this time of the year. We're going to be dry here at noon. Now, as we get into the late afternoon, moisture is going to start to increase from the west. It's going to start running into some drier air out across eastern Ohio and western PA, so it's going to have a hard time making much north and eastward progress. It's kind of dumbbell down to the south, kind of like this. You'll see what I mean here as we skip ahead a few hours to 6 p.m. Notice, the axis of rain's kind of setting up like this, from Fort Wayne down towards Marietta and Charleston and Morgantown. Farther north and east you are, the smaller chance you have of getting wet, I suspect, tomorrow. And then tomorrow evening at 8 o'clock, here's what the simulated radar on the NAM shows. Maybe some rain around. Again, best chance south and west. Now this is the NAM. Here's the GFS, which has been wetter all along. It would suggest the rain gets farther north and east. The European model just starting to roll in as I speak. It's kind of in between. Not quite as dry as the NAM, not quite as wet as the GFS. Suggests that there's a pretty sharp gradient, kind of like this, between those who see rain late in the day tomorrow into tomorrow evening and those who don't. So, bottom line for you tomorrow, the farther north and east away from Youngstown you are, the better chance you have of getting away with a dry Saturday. But the farther south and west you are, the chances of rain certainly increase towards the end of the afternoon and early in the evening. Now Sunday probably starts cloudy as the moisture pulls away, but I think Sunday afternoon turns pretty nice. Here's a look at Sunday afternoon's map. East Coast staying showery. We've got drier air pushing in here from the north and west. It'll turn out to be at least partly sunny, I think, by the afternoon on Sunday. On Monday, big storm over the northern Atlantic, and this is going to continue funneling the chilly air down the eastern seaboard. You could probably even analyze a little bit of a backdoor front in here on Monday. That's going to make it a cloudier day. That's going to make it a cooler day as well as we kick off next week. But I think by the middle of the week, we're looking a little bit better. Moisture will start to increase, probably in the form of clouds by Tuesday. But the jury's still out as to how far north this precipitation gets during midweek. This is next Wednesday. Hopefully loading up for you here. Did I lose my Ethernet connection? There we go. A lot of the modeling is suggesting that it stays kind of showery down in the southeast, but it doesn't make much north and eastward progress. So jury's still out as to how the middle of next week will play out. It probably is not real bright and sunny, but maybe not all that wet either. All right, rainfall amounts. So with our late Saturday system, here's the pretty dry NAM, which suggests there's just about nothing north and east of Youngstown, and maybe a tenth to 2/10 down in the southern part of our viewing area. Here's the wetter GFS suggesting that we could see a couple of tenths of an inch of rain all the way up to Warren and Cortland and Niles, and heading over towards maybe Hubbard as well, and maybe Sharon. So depending on which model you like, we may see very little rain in some spots tomorrow. We might see a tenth or so. Either way, it's happening late in the day, so most of Saturday is just fine. All right, real quick look at the longer range. We haven't taken a look at May in a while in terms of the whole month. So here's the latest climate forecast system outlook for the entire month of May, suggesting that it will be probably a warmer than average month in a lot of places. Now, you know what this means. There'll be some cool days, there'll be some warm days, but the month as a whole will average out to be probably, if this model were to be believed, at least a little bit warmer than average. So good news on that front. In May, as far as precipitation, same model, showing mostly, it looks like average precipitation for the month. There's a little bit of a below average area around the Great Lakes shown, but it's pretty negligible. Could be a wet May out in the plain states and down in the southeast. That's the climate forecast system model. It has really good forecasts sometimes, and sometimes it busts. If you take it literally, May should end up being a pretty nice month for us. So we shall see how it plays out. That's the Friday afternoon weather for Weather Geeks. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend. I will see you back here on Monday. Be sure to follow meteorologist Andrew DiPaolo. He will be in this weekend with your TV forecasts and your social media forecasts as well. Put meteorologist in front of Andrew's name, and he is Andrew WFMJ on Twitter. See you Monday.